Right now at 6 on Connecticut's news station, new details about a violent fight in a park in Norwich. Police say one of their own was put in a chokehold while trying to break up a fight. We'll get you the latest.
Also, a woman accused of hitting and killing a Department of Transportation worker in Wallingford is due in court today. Angela Bavaro will join us from the site of last week's crash.
And what started as an experiment to put speed cameras in work zones is now law here in Connecticut, just days after another worker loses their life on a highway.
All local, all morning. This is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
6 o'clock, good Monday morning. Thanks for being with us here at Fox 61 and Fox 61 Plus. I'm Erica Arias.
And I'm Tim Lammers. Good morning, everybody. It's quiet outside right now, but stop me if you've heard this before. It was kind of rocking and rolling for a lot of people yesterday.
Oh my goodness, it really was, right? Yeah, let's run down some of the damage here. Unfortunately, our crews here encountered all across the state. Homeowners in Simsbury barely escaped having their house smashed by a tree. It fell on their front yard. This was over on David Drive. And then our weekend assignment editor, Joe, sent in these photos of some wires that came down. A tree came down on Thorpe Avenue in Meriden. You can see it there. At last check, about 400 Eversource customers are without power right now, the majority of them in Weston. Crews are still working to get the lights back on. And when Fox 61 viewers spotted a manhole cover popped open in Southington, apparently there was so much storm water underground it forced the cover up out of the manhole. Wow. Yeah, really incredible there. Thanks to Isaiah for sharing this video with us. We appreciate you sending it in. Can you believe that? That's a lot of water pressure there. And there was a lot of water at times. I mean, I think where I was up in northern Connecticut missed the most of it, but yeah, just heard in the distance. Oh, yeah. Somebody was getting pounded with lightning. Oh yeah, lots of thunder. Yeah, lightning and thunder. I just made up a new word here at 6:02, right? Lots of lightning, lots of thunder out there yesterday. Very heavy rain too, and gusty winds. Thankfully, things have quieted down. It was very humid yesterday afternoon too, and we had a lot of clouds. Over in Hartford currently, we have temperatures at around 63 degrees and our dew points are in the mid 50s this morning, which is comfortable. A wind out of the north around 6 miles per hour. Here's what it looks like in Groton, 63, winds around 6 miles per hour there, and our dew points are in the mid 50s too. So it is rather comfortable over in Groton as well. This seems to be sleeping this morning. We are looking at anywhere from 8 to about 14 degrees cooler than this time yesterday. So it is going to be a cooler start tomorrow morning. 62 degrees in Meriden, 59 degrees in Torrington, and 63 in Bridgeport. Planning your day, though, a mix of sun and clouds out there. There could be a pop-up shower or thunderstorm later on, but that looks to be the exception, not necessarily the rule for the day today. Plenty of dry hours with high temperatures near 80 degrees. Hartford, 80, 81 in New Haven, 76 in Groton with lower humidity today. We'll detail out where we go from here. Your full 7-day forecast coming up. 6:03 right now on the roads. Hopefully your clicker isn't sleeping this morning.
Yeah, hopefully it's working fine. Let's put it to the test. All right. Thank you, Rachel. Alrighty, 6:03. The morning commute shaping up just fine so far on this Monday. Starting off with a live look at downtown Hartford. Checking out I-84 as folks get up and at it on this Monday, July 1st. Hartford drive times looking good. No delays reported on 91, 84, or Route 2. Taking a quick look out in West Haven. Similar scene out there. Sun is shining brightly. We are seeing a minor delay on 95 South heading down to Bridgeport. Speeds down to 44 miles per hour, and you'll get there in just over 30 minutes. We've got your next update coming up at 6:30.
Well, today there is a scheduled court date for a woman who police said hit and killed a state transportation worker on Friday. Yeah, the incident is just the latest in a string of deadly roadside crashes. Fox 61's Angela Bavaro was joining us live by the scene in Wallingford with the very latest on this. Angela, good morning.
Erica, Tim, good morning. And the victim in this tragedy has been identified as Andrew DiDomenico, again, just 26 years old. This crash happening right here behind me, the exit 13 on-ramp to I-91 South. Now, state police say that DiDomenico was working on the shoulder, an active construction zone, when he was hit and killed by that driver. And that driver has been identified this morning, arrested. 55-year-old Denise Lucibello of East Haven. She is facing a list of charges this morning, including driving with a suspended license, driving under the influence, and failure to slow down or move over. Now, this tragedy coming after the recent deaths of State Trooper First Class Aaron Pelletier and construction worker Jose Diaz Nieves, both also killed while working roadside. All of this putting the state's move over law back into focus, but state leaders say that responsible driving is a big part of this formula to preventing these crashes.
But it doesn't happen in a vacuum. In other words, we're assuming that operators of motor vehicles are following all the other laws that are required, meaning staying in your lane, following the speed limit, changing lanes appropriately, and most importantly, paying attention. Yeah. Move over says when you recognize something as a hazard, you're moving your vehicle over safely. And I think that's the key that we have to remember. It's part of a requirement that all operators handle their vehicles appropriately while they're driving on our highways.
And again, in this case, state police say that Lucibello was driving under the influence. A violation of Connecticut's move over law is an infraction unless it causes death or injury to the emergency vehicle driver. Now, if that driver is injured, the violator faces a maximum $2,500 fine. If the driver is killed, the violator faces a maximum $10,000 fine. Advocacy groups say they will be urging lawmakers to explore the possibility of stricter penalties for violating that move over law. Lucibello is being held on a $1 million bond. Again, she is scheduled to appear at New Haven Superior Court this morning. We're live in Wallingford. I'm Angelo Bafaro, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Angelo, thank you for that report. And on that same vein, there is a new law taking effect in Connecticut today that addresses safety in highway work zones by expanding a pilot program to make it permanent. Expanding it and making it permanent. Two different things going on here. So going forward now, the Department of Transportation can have up to 10 speed cameras operating in work zones statewide. Officials say the pilot program, which had allowed 3 cameras, made workers feel safer on the job.
So there is a huge change in driver behavior when these cameras were active in our work zones. And we're so appreciative to the legislature, to the governor, for supporting the program, for getting this signed into the law, because the men and women who are out there feel safer. The work zones are safer, speeds are slower, and it's good news for everybody.
Officials say it could take a few months to get the other cameras up and running. For more on the new laws, all of them that are taking effect today, now that it's July, you can just go to our website, fox61.com. The New York man who's accused of trying to drown his own kids at a beach in West Haven is expected to enter a plea today. Romney Disronville has been charged with attempted murder, risk of injury to a child, and reckless endangerment. Police officers reported seeing him in the water with his twin toddlers in the early morning hours of June 22nd there in West Haven. Those officers rushed into the water to pull the children to safety.
6:08 right now. New details from Norwich police about a huge fight at a park involving people who clashed with police officers. Now, here's where it happened. It happened in Jenkins Park on Mechanic Street. And according to police, it all started with a call to 911 about a fight at the basketball court. And when officers got there, they found up to 20 people engaged in a brawl already. As they tried to separate the group, more people joined the fray. Officers called for backup. They tried to arrest a man that they saw punching another man, but he fought back, putting one officer in a chokehold. Another officer used pepper spray and taser on the man and then punched him to get him to let go. 23-year-old Jalen Jarman was ultimately arrested. He posted a $250,000 bond. Before he was subdued, a crowd gathered and police used pepper spray on them as well. And this was captured on video both by onlookers and police, who say they will release body cam video in the near future. And meantime, we're still waiting to learn the identity of the driver who allegedly tried to run a West Haven police officer off the road and then later crashed into another officer's cruiser. Now, you're looking at the scene of the crash on Sawmill Road Saturday afternoon. And the incident started near the intersection of Route 1 and Malloy Road. Police are telling us that they are investigating this as a deliberate attack.
Former Trump aide and conservative political activist Steve Bannon must report to federal prison in Danbury today. The Supreme Court rejected his bid to stay free while he appeals his conviction for contempt of Congress. Bannon ignored a subpoena from the House January 6 committee. He was sentenced to 4 months in prison. Well, some music fans were left disappointed after the third day of the Capulet Music Festival was canceled at the last minute. Organizers posted a cryptic message on social media saying that they had become a target and hated and could not continue with the festival. It was a festival of metal bands, and there already had been some issues. You see, it was supposed to first happen at Thompson Speedway, but the first 2 days were moved to the Webster Theater in Hartford due to what organizers called a discrepancy and miscommunication with the production crew and racetrack. As a result of that change, several acts pulled out of the show.